is it that I cannot speak up, and what can I do about it? So recently I was asked this question because this person was having a lot of difficulty speaking up to either the parents or when their coworkers were talking to them and maybe judging them a little bit, and they feel they cannot speak up to them. They feel like they're just coming down on me and I'm having trouble speaking up. And so I want to address first is why it is that we cannot speak up. And then the second is what it is that we can do to start off formulating some of the responses. So first of all, I want to let you know that nothing has gone wrong. Now, all because while we were growing up, if we live in an environment where we are not allowed to speak up, if let's say we speak up and our parents yell at us, or if we speak up we get hit physically, or get shunned for going against our parents, our brain's mechanism is to keep us safe. Keeping us safe means that it will do whatever it takes to make sure that we are protected. So we will go into a shrinking mode, or we'll go into, rather than fighting, we may go into a freezing mode or a flight mode or a fawn mode. Fawn mode means people pleasing. We'll do whatever it is to make the other person not yell at us, not criticize us. So that's our brain's mechanism. And so because over these so many years of us living, our brain has gotten used to putting us into the safe spot. And now it has been working and working and working up to now. And so now we feel that it is time for us to speak up, but we can't. And so I just want you to know that there is nothing wrong. It's just that we're realizing now at this moment in time, we have to do something about it because this protective mechanism is not working in our favor. And so in order to get us to practice speaking up to other people, we have to do our own work first. So that means we have to be in a safe space so we can actually start to formulate some of our responses in our head, practicing these words coming out of our mouths where no one is judging us, no one is going to yell at us, so that we have to allow ourselves to feel safe first. So this is something that I could offer, is to invite you when you're in your room, write out whatever scenario that you're thinking that may that you want to speak up on. Maybe it's your parents yelling at you and you want to be able to respond to them, or maybe it's your colleague judging you, giving you harsh criticism, and you want to speak back to them. So when you're at home, just write out the scenario on paper, and you're safe in your own room. And then what you can do is, I have a video called 3 Techniques to Calm Your Nervous System Down, when you're dealing with anxiety or stress. You can use the third technique, which is the faster EFT technique, to calm your nervous system down. After you've written down, you sit there, take a deep breath, and then do the EFT to tap to calm your nervous system down. And you just do a few rounds to make sure that you feel relatively safe. Okay, you feel like, oh, you're calm, you're back to your normal self. And then I want you to just play as in you can come up with, I challenge you to come up with 5 to 7 responses that you want to speak back to them. Pretend that, okay, if I'm angry and respond back, how would I say this? Maybe you can say, oh, F you, I don't give a shit about what you say, right? You can write it down on paper. You can say, oh, thank you for your response. Or thank you for your concern. I'll think about it. If it doesn't work for me, then I won't do it. Or think about, like, maybe if you're very mellow and chill, you don't really give a shit about them, you can say, well, who do you think you are? Why don't you just take care of what you're doing? So think of like 5 to 7 responses in a playful manner. And then once you have written those responses out, just celebrate yourself that you have come up with responses. And if you still feel like, oh, I don't know how I would come up with it, just then maybe drop into, okay, maybe if I am this character, if I am I don't know what character I could, oh, okay, if I am Superman, how would I respond to this? If I am um, Princess Jasmine, how would I respond to this, right? Like you can go into character and think about, okay, well, if I'm this character, if this character is to come upon the situation, how would they respond? And you can write out those. So once you have finished writing out those, pat yourself on the back, celebrate yourself, and then I would like to ask you to take it one step further, which is to read those responses out. It's just because we have never gotten those words that we want to say through our mouth. So we want those to feel those words come out of our mouth. Just read them out, say, well, F you, I don't give a shit about what you have to say, right? Just practice getting those words out of your mouth. And then once you're finished reading it, once again, pat yourself on the back, cheer yourself on, because this is a way for us to practice being in a safe space to let our words out. Because the first step is we have to get it out of us first. And then we can take it one step further. But the very first step is to formulate all of these things and put them on paper, put them through the mouth, speak it out, so that our body can actually feel that. Like when we speak out those words, our body can feel that, our brain can feel that, us processing those words through our lips and our tongue, and our ears can hear what we have to say. And so then your brain is like, oh, wait a minute, you mean I can actually say that to other people? You'll be like, oh, and when you're congratulating yourself and you're cheering yourself on, it's like, oh, maybe I can actually do that. So that's the very first step to changing our brain slightly, one step at a time. And so if, let's say, you have been coming upon situations where you feel guilty or you feel fear, or you feel very uncomfortable, this is one of the steps that you can take to put yourself back into the power spot, put yourself back into that seat where you can say, okay, I'm not here to take other people's beating. I'm here to stand for myself. And that will be the first step for it. So that's my suggestion for you. If you intend to give that a try, I would love to hear what comes out of it. And if you have any other questions, I would love to get that from you. Just send me an email or a message so that I can give you a hand. And I want to cheer you on. So if you're doing this, just let me know so I can congratulate you and I can clap for you. Really, really excited to be hearing about your journey, and let's go on this together because you deserve to be heard and be seen.